Hello you guys, my name is Jay. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. We're kicking off my bedroom refresh with a real hack job of some drywall repair and cleaning up all that dust and removing the furniture that no longer belongs in this room. If you are new here, my name is Jay. I own this home in Maryland by myself. It is from the early 1960s, and I'm just really trying to document my journey of keeping my home clean while also making some updates. This is a four bedroom, 2-bathroom house. One of the bathrooms is really small, and that is upstairs and right next to my bedroom. So my bedroom, when I moved in, it had really nasty cat stained and cat throw up stained carpet. So one of the first things I did was have somebody come in and install this luxury vinyl plank tile upstairs. It's the click lock floor system, if you're familiar with that. And since then I painted the bedroom. It used to be pink. The bedroom, the door frames, the doors, it was all pink. So I painted it agreeable gray, which actually looks like agreeable blue in the lighting of my house. So I thought it was finally time to put a nice coat of white paint on the walls and just brighten up this space and make it into more of somewhere that I want to spend more of my time. Those dry duster cloths that I love to use and keep it packed upstairs in the bedroom are from the Dollar Tree, and it's by the Scrub Buddies brand. So they're only $1.25, and I think they work just as well as the Swiffer dry dusting cloths. And because they're more affordable, I do have some of the Swiffer dusting stuff. I can afford to just buy them regularly and keep it packed upstairs in my bedroom. So whenever things are looking a little dusty and I don't want to do the whole cleaning routine, I can just grab one out and wipe off what I need to clean. This TV stand is actually from Target. I purchased it to go downstairs for a TV, but it didn't work downstairs. So I moved it upstairs to the bedroom, and it no longer works in the bedroom. So I'm going to move it back downstairs into my spare bedroom. That just is the collector of all of the furniture that I don't know what to do with, and it'll sit here until I sell it on Facebook Marketplace or something. And getting this downstairs by myself was a task. There were times when I was on the stairs and I thought that it was not going to get done. It was so heavy and awkward to move by myself, but I got it done. I really had no choice. To prep the walls for paint, in addition to making those drywall repairs and getting that dust up, I'm going to remove all of the covers from the outlets and any other electrical ports on the walls. And I'm going to use my O-Cedar dual-sided mop. I'm going to use the dusting side to get all of the dust off the walls and the ceiling. Because my home is a cottage-style house, the ceilings are partially like slanted, and then there's a middle ceiling that's straight in the middle and it's not slanted. So I wanted to make sure to get all the dust off there because I am not a good painter. I have watched all the tutorials, all the videos, I've read all the tips and tricks. It's just not something I'm good at, and I'm guessing that's why paying somebody to paint your house costs thousands and thousands of dollars, because it really is a skill. But I did my best to do the prep work so that the paint would come out really nice and I wouldn't have paint speckles all over the floor, because I still have those on the floor from when I painted the walls agreeable gray. So here's a real-time clip of just how slowly I was painting. And when I took the paint out of the paint tray, I tried to get the excess off of my roller each time. So that's why I would make those swipes on the wall before going up and down and painting. My problem is that I tend to have too much paint on my roller and I go too fast. So it kind of flings paint everywhere. In my hair, on the floor. I used to wear a shower cap when I was painting because I'm like out of control. I'm just not good at it. And but I actually think maybe I used too thin of coats because it didn't cover. And I know that this is, a moderate paint color to cover, but I've purchased Behr paint before. I really like Behr paint, actually. I've also done the higher end Sherwin-Williams and the other, the one that's more expensive than that. I can't think of the name right now because I don't buy it often, but I have bought that and I'm satisfied with Behr paint. So the coats I did were a little bit too thin, and I did 2 coats on most of the room. 2 of the walls got 3 coats because I just had some extra time and I was standing there, but it really could use a 3rd coat. The whole room could use a 3rd coat, but it ain't getting one, and I think it looks just fine. But this took me all week. So this week I was working afternoons. So I would get up and start painting right at 7 a.m. every day. Because I was working later, I had to get done everything for the day in the morning. So painting, any cleaning I wanted to do, errands I wanted to run, like going to the bank, the post office, Target, and, prepping for dinner when I get home and then packing my lunch. So I did all of this every morning of the week. I only showed me painting one side of the room because I figured, you guys didn't literally want to watch paint dry. And I had to keep moving the furniture. Because the ceilings are slanted, I wanted the paint to dry before I slept under that section, if that makes sense. So I moved the furniture, I think 3 times, just so that the bed wouldn't be under a section that was still drying. And I also wanted to watch TV, so I had to move the dresser and the TV and plug it in so that I could watch it while I was doing this. Once I was all done painting, I went ahead and did another sweep to get all that dust up before I moved the bed back to that side of the room. And then I'm also going to mop up with my e-cloth mop. So supposedly the e-cloth is a water activated microfiber pad, so you don't need any cleaners. You just wet the pad and go. I purchased mine at Marshall's. I was really happy to find it because I had seen some other cleaning YouTubers use it. I do like it, and I like the idea of not having to use any cleaners, but the handle on it, the handle will not stay tightened, so it is super annoying. And every time I mop with it, I remember why I never mop with it, because it's annoying. Here are my new nightstands, which kind of kicked off me picking my paint color and finally deciding to change up my bedroom. I purchased these from a store called HomeSense locally in my area, and they were $129 each, which is a crazy good deal because I'd seen nightstands on Ballard Designs, a store that I cannot afford, but I look at for fun, and they were upwards of $800 each on sale, I believe. So I got these 2. And they're more like sisters and not twins because the coloring to me looks a little bit different on each one, which is why I switched them. I like the one on the left better. It's a little more cool toned, but honestly on video they look the same. And they're very, very heavy, and the drawers are slow close. Getting these upstairs was also hard, and I only scraped up one leg though, which was good. Usually I have more scrapes than that. This is the bedroom finally painted, and I never said the paint color. I'm not sure why. I did write it on the screen though. It's the color Swiss Coffee from Behr. So here you can see the difference. See how bright those baseboards are and how the walls white but cooler or warmer, excuse me. And here I'm just gonna finish putting on the grill covers. I had to put those back on and then reinstalling the faceplates to all of the outlets. And then I just wanted to finally reset the furniture to its last position and get everything cleaned up before bed. Because if my bedroom is chaotic, I have a hard time sleeping, and I'm already a pretty poor sleeper. My dresser is from IKEA. It is actually solid wood, which is one of the reasons why I bought it, as opposed to the Malm dresser, which I also still like. But this one can be repainted easily, and I just switched the knobs on it a long time ago. And the chair is from Target. It's a Sherpa material, so I really like that. I would love new bedroom furniture, but I don't necessarily think I need new bedroom furniture, and I'm a one-woman show here. It's just not in the budget to get another new bed when I just bought this bed last year because it's gray and not brown. So I'm just gonna work with what I got and then incrementally add pieces that I find. I've already purchased some new accent pillows, and I've purchased and returned some pictures. So we'll see how this bedroom continues to evolve as I live in this space more. I added my new mirror back, and then I was all done. Now this aftershot is at night, so I think it's really warm and cozy, but in the daytime it is super bright, almost blindingly bright. The paint on the walls, I can't believe what a big difference it made while still being a neutral color. And at this point, I had to paint the alcove between the two doors and the door frames. But I wanted to show you guys this Murphy's Oil soap. I used this to get the paint off the floors, and it worked like a charm. And this is old stuff. It's been around a very long time, but if you have wood floors or luxury vinyl floors like I do, it's definitely worth investing in a bottle, and you can find it at Home Depot. It is wonderful. And then while I was working on this project all week, the other spots in my house got a little neglected. So I just did kind of a bare bones clean and wanted to get some laundry done, the kitchen cleaned up, shoes put away, all that good stuff. I did clean off the kitchen table because if you've been here, you know it's my drop zone, my disaster zone, but the footage was really poorly lit, so I didn't include that. I am looking at new camera lenses, so hopefully I can bring you guys just higher quality stuff, but I hope you've been enjoying what you've watched so far. If you have, please subscribe to my channel. I make cleaning videos and hopefully some more home videos, so if that sounds good to you, I hope that you'll stick around and join my little growing family. I vacuumed up this room, and I did move the table, if you notice. It was on the far wall, and I moved it back up against the stairs. I think it looks good there. I'm looking at getting a big credenza for this room, something really nice. There's a brown one at Crate and Barrel that I like, but that'll take me a few paychecks to be able to pay for. So I'm just always moving stuff around, seeing how I like things positioned in my house. And when I buy something, I buy it because I like it, and then I try to give it as many opportunities to work in my house as I can. So you may see pieces move around my house a lot. That's just how I do it. I really, really try and make things work before moving on to something new. In my last video, somebody had asked me what type of music I listen to, or if I listen to music when I clean. And I thought that was interesting. You guys can get to know me a little bit better. Usually I do not listen to music as in wear AirPods when I'm cleaning, unless I'm really determined to get something done that day. I don't like to clean. I think I've said this before. It's just something that I have to do, but I don't necessarily enjoy it. I enjoy the after. But if it's a Saturday and I'm feeling good, I plan to stay home all day, and I really, really want to get a good clean in, then I'll put on my AirPods and I'll listen to music. So I am a hip hop rap girl. That is what I'm listening to. Old school hip hop. So anything from the 80s or earlier. And R&B as well. So Earth, Wind & Fire is a really big one. The Sugar Hill Gang, Houdini, Slick Rick, Grandmaster Flash, artists like that. So I finally decided to pull out my dishwasher filter because it just hadn't been doing the job that I know it can do. And look at that film. That's actually like a film of crud over it and some crud on the other piece too. So I just rinsed that with hot water, and then I'm using my Let Me Shine dishwasher cleaner. So you get 4 in a box, and this was under $10. I think I got it from Target or a similar store. And you just open up the pack and you pour it in the bottom of the dishwasher and you run a normal cycle. So I went ahead and did that, and the dishwasher is back to working like it should. I also keep all of my products like that. The dishwasher cleaner, the Scrub Daddy power paste that people have, I have that as well. And I keep it in a bin under the sink. Under the sink is kind of like a gross area in my house because it smells like there had been water damage years and years prior. So I just don't like going under there, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I do keep a little bin of cleaning supplies easily accessible there. So back to music. I'm looking at my phone right now to see what I've been listening to, and lately it's been LL Cool J. So if you're younger, you may know him as an actor from, I think it was a CSI series. I know him as a rapper. Ladies love Cool James, so I love LL Cool J. That's what I've been listening to lately. And yeah, I do listen to some more current rap as well. I am not easily offended by music, but if you are, maybe don't listen to these artists that I'm about to tell you about. But I'm really into Duke Deuce. He makes crunk music, and he's a relatively newer artist, and I love Duke Deuce. So if I'm driving to work and I'm feeling really crappy and I need to get some energy, I'll put on Duke Deuce. I love Migos. Takeoff, one of the members, was unfortunately killed late last year. I believe it was late last year. I can't believe we're already in May of 2023. Wow. But I like the Migos. So I do listen to current music as well. But if you see me with headphones in cleaning, I'm listening to like Earth, Wind & Fire or LL Cool J, Run DMC, Curtis Blow, African Bambaataa. That's probably what I'm listening to. I do also listen to more alternative music. So Tame Impala, he makes like psychedelic music, like psychedelic disco, I think is what it's called. So I really, really like Tame Impala. ABBA, I love ABBA. I mean, come on. Dancing Queen sets the mood every single time. And then, of course, I listen to some late 90s, early 2000s pop, the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, NSYNC. The Backstreet Boys, I would say, was my number one growing up. Britney was number 2, NSYNC was 3rd, and then as I got a little older in my early teens, I started to listen to like B2K. I'll never forget, I went to school one day and my friend is like, "Did you hear that new B2K song?" I'm like, "Who is B2K? What are you talking about?" And this was back when you had to wait for music videos to come on TV. So I got home, I turned on BET because BET always played the black music, of course. They played the black music first. And I waited for this music video to come on and I was obsessed. So I was born right at the end of the 80s. So I grew up in the 90s and like early to mid 2000s. It was like my childhood and my teens. So that's what I listened to. Rap, hip hop, R&B, disco, a little bit of disco. I'm not a big modern popper. It's okay if I'm in the gym, or I'm running. Like Taylor Swift is a hard pass. I cannot stand it. And that's why on my channel I use instrumentals because when I'm watching cleaning videos, I just really hate a lot of the popular music. So I try to use instrumentals so that it's palatable for like a wider audience. I got so carried away talking about music, I didn't even tell you guys what I was cleaning with, just jibber jabbering away. I'm using Lysol in a spray bottle on the counters, and then I switched to 409 for the stovetop because I needed a really good degreaser. And then on my quartz countertops, over that, I use the Wyman Quartz and Stone Cleaner, one of my favorites. And that was all I did this morning. It was Friday morning, last day of the work week, hallelujah, and I did not have the time to mop. I was already running far behind. And this is where I had cut the drywall to make those repairs in the bedroom, which was replacing 2 speakers. I guess this used to be like a love nest, as the previous owner referred to it. So the owner before her was a guy who had a really elaborate speaker setup throughout the whole house and a hot tub in the background. Very exciting, much more exciting than my life, unfortunately. So I just wanted to go ahead and pick up those extra drywall bits I had left laying around and then give this area a quick vacuum. And that table, that bag, and that box are donations that I've just been too lazy to take to the donation pile. But I wanted to make sure to get all that dust up. My next project is going to be the kitchen backsplash. Fingers crossed for me, put some good vibes out in the atmosphere, that I overcome my fear of the wet saw that I purchased months ago and set it up and finally get that backsplash put up because my kitchen desperately needs it. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and I know that I owe you a whole house deep clean. I owe my house a deep clean, so that should also be coming up very shortly.